We here. We officially live right now, baby. We live.
Don't you act stupid, shorty.
We're live as fuck.
I know.
We're here at a very, very special episode of the 509 Squadcast.
Well, all right.
Some new shit. How you feel?
I'm great.
You good?
I'm great.
You Gucci great?
Gucci great.
Yeah.
Facts.
You say you spend the summer out in Villanova. Mental checklist, the ones that fuck you over. Got your body done and now you flying closer.
This episode is brought to you by...
Girl, don't you get burned, Supernova.
Bye-bye, cool.
Supernova.
That good shit.
Feeling like you done crossed on over. Game of Thrones, girl, what you sitting on?
Let's go!
While you playing games, you sitting around, you play the song. Tell it all, spill the beans and all. I just keep my pedestal when I write something, put my feelings on.
New 509
Run around
shit.
This town for so long, like it's a marathon. I've been playing games for a long time, will I play? Not at all. Gotta keep it just push.
Push.
Gotta keep it just push.
Push.
Run up on your ex, man. Oh, you must think I'm push. Keep thinking it's all jokes.
It's about to be a really good summer.
Fuck around, you fuck
You got
around,
plans?
you fuck around, get smoked. No time to play games.
We outside
You
this
my niggas
summer.
stay dangerous. No, I don't gang bang, I'm just trying to take your ass on vacation. Quick little vacation, summer breeze and PlayStation. Eat it up, then beat it up, repeat, girl,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Loving drugs, Jake Gyllenhaal. Girl, you got that fentanyl. Lot for you,
I'm in one of
die
those
for you,
moods.
but
I'm in
tell
one of
me
those
you'll be
moods. You know, I
too
feel
hard.
good.
Double shots of that alcohol.
I feel bad.
Phone was on, do not call.
Feel
Deal
bad?
with you
I'm
is like
happy,
in
I'm
Vegas.
sad.
I'm about to lose it all, I swear to God.
I feel all of the above
feel
right
everything.
now. All of the above right now.
You feel everything.
Shout out to the people that just don't understand the sway of their emotions sometimes. It's okay. It happens.
That's
It
life.
happens, you know? It's life. It's life. 509 Squadcast. 509 Squadcast. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
How you guys feeling today? How's everybody feeling? How you feeling?
I'm great.
Guys,
Life is good.
let me put this down. I'm sorry, guys. Let me be more professional. I'm here with a very special guest here. We got Ruth here. You know what I'm saying? Round of applause for Ruth. How you doing?
Round of applause.
Girl, made that.
that.
Ruth is a proud member of the Haitian community. All my Haitians,
100%.
sac passe, you feel me? All my Haitians. You know, came by, wanted to chop it up real quick, man. How you feeling? What's going on with you, man?
I'm good.
Good. You wanted to tell the people what you do, what you're into, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm a chef.
Facts.
I'm always chefing it up.
Facts.
It's my life.
Facts. That's what's up. I don't know. It's been really weird lately, man.
What's going on?
I don't know.
What you thinking?
It's just like it's more like life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're Haitian, right? Do you feel like if Haiti had their financial situations together, like maybe the quality of life would have been better? Because out here, I don't know. I just feel mad pressed. We're free, but I feel pressed. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by that?
It's like it follows us, even though like they're pressed in Haiti. It's like it follows us here.
True.
Us being Haitian, you know.
Yeah, I mean, not even just that. Like, just to move around, I feel like there's such a microscope. Like, my pops recently just bought a house, right? Shout out to Pops. He bought a house.
Shout out to Pop.
And he was telling me, like, the hoops and bells and whistles this nigga had to jump through just to get it. And most of it was just based off of our background. You know what I mean? Like, even with me, like right now, I'm going through some legal shit. Can't move a muscle because as soon as they see that, red flag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like the quality of life is different, but that's why we're in the day and age of like people choosing to create their own shit. Like I've never seen so many business owners than now.
Yeah, everyone's trying to do their own creative thing.
I don't blame them.
This is the time.
This is probably the time. Like if you ever wanted to do anything, like if you had anything like I know our camera person, shout out to Sam on the cam. Sam on the cam, she owns a bakery.
Sam. Oh, really?
She owns a bakery. Yeah,
What's
yo,
up?
she be killing shit. And when you look at her product, it's like, yo, like she could really be out there. But she took a chance on herself, you know what I mean? And people like myself, like we got the studio. Shout out to anybody that been to 509 Media House. You know how we get down, give them great work. Same concept, you know?
Yeah, it's always good to take your chance on yourself.
But I feel like we're missing something. Like what is it? Like, what is that that you think people are missing to just cross over?
I don't know what it is, but I feel like everybody has to build their story, you know? Like, build
Right.
their testimony. You can't just get to where you're supposed to go. You have to go through it.
Right?
And it's not supposed to be easy. You're supposed to cry. You're supposed to crawl your way through there. You got to build your story.
But you see how you know that? Mm-hmm. How do you dictate that to people in your life? Like, I
tell them my story. If it gets to that, I have to tell them my story. That's why I have it,
Facts.
I can't go through things and not tell somebody who's going through the same thing. Maybe not the same story, but the same thing. I can't not tell them what helped me, especially if it helped me.
What about the people that, like, you're trying to cope with throughout this whole thing? Like, you have a dream, right? Mm-hmm. We all have dreams. You have a dream. You want to fulfill that dream. There's a certain complex that comes to how deep you're willing to go to achieve this dream, right? Mm-hmm. Are you at odds with people in your life for choosing to focus and lock in on that? Because that could cause some tension, right? You're a chef, you say, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say you found a recipe that you just wanted to perfect. Are you the person that is willing to say no to your friends as far as going out, hanging out, until you perfect that recipe and expect them to understand? Or is it the other way around, where you'll go and be with them and then try to pitch to them what you got going on and they'll come help you? Because some people don't always have that support.
Well, for a long time, I was one of those people who never, like, said anything. I would just, like, try to do things on my own or whatever. And I was very concerned about what people thought about what I did or what they would say and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I got to the realization that at the end of the day, when I go to bed, it's just me. At the end of the day, it's always just me. Mm-hmm. So whatever's going to help me get to where I got to go, I got to do that. And I can't be afraid of, like, who's around me or what's going to happen. I have to do what I got to do to get to what I got to do.
Has there ever been a time where you had to, like, ultimatum somebody where it's like, yo, listen, this is what I got going on. And I get it. It may not make sense to you right now, but, like, in the long run, it's going to benefit all of us. Just trust me. Have you ever had someone that you wanted to follow you blindly? There we go. That's what I wanted to say. This is one of the topics.
I never got to that point in my life.
Okay.
I never got to that point.
Hopefully, where you wanted someone to follow you blindly?
But I never got to that point.
But are you religious?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. How do you feel about when they ask for you to follow God blindly? Do you understand what that means? Like,
yes, but that's different because I encounter God. So when you encounter that, you have that moment, you can't go back when you've experienced that.
Let's say if you got the chef for Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. And he gave you some shit that you're just totally against cooking, but he said, yo, trust me.
Well, it's really different because I'm a chef, so I don't know what I'm not against cooking. All right, anything.
He said, yo, I need you to cook grilled lemur.
First of all, I'm sure that's like illegal, so.
What? Cooking lemur is illegal?
I'm pretty sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't, like, it's a little different because I'm a chef, but, like, well, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been on both sides of that, like, because imagine, like, I don't know, it's hard to have people believe in what you got going on if it's not their passion, right? I guess that's what I was trying to get to, right? It's hard to have people understand, because don't get me wrong, the people that love you, there's a certain amount of toleration that they give you, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that toleration can be confused for comprehension. Mm-hmm. Just because they tolerate certain behavior doesn't mean they understand it.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
You know what it is?
Right, go ahead.
I feel like they don't have to understand what you're doing. They have to see the love for what you're doing. And that's enough for them. You know what I mean?
Are you sure?
I feel like it is. Because
go ahead.
Like, in certain situations, like, I feel like if you see that somebody is truly dedicated to what they're doing and they're doing everything to do it and they're actually, like, bearing fruit in it, right? You can't say you can't be objective.
You said something important right there. You said bearing fruit, right?
Yeah.
Let's take, for example, our Haitian relatives. Mm-hmm. Them motherfuckers love to see the proof in the pudding. Mm-hmm. Saint Thomas, for your wep or your kwe, right? It's true. It's facts. If you say you are this, they want to see all of the fruits and labor that come with being this, right?
Yeah.
I've been having recent conversations with my team about respect. And when I say respect, I don't mean respect as far as like my person. I think I'm talking about respect as far as my craft. I love to use the example of, oh, well, if it was Chris Brown that asked you to, right? And the reason why is because I feel like the amount of respect that someone has for your craft is the amount of toleration they'll allow you to be that way.
Yeah.
We all love Tank, Chris Brown, Usher, Jacquees, a lot of R&B artists and I'm using that example for a specific reason. We love their medleys about music, infidelity, falling in love, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of women that are dating these type of dudes would allow them to move that way because of the respect that they have for their art. You're not going to let Rockwell from East Maine have 2 girlfriends. But if you're dating someone like Usher or Jacquees, who you see their process, it's a whole different ball game. Like, I feel like the amount of respect that people have for your shit is the amount of toleration they also have for it. Like, I'm a rapper, right? Mm-hmm. I'm an artist. I'm a music artist. Mm-hmm. I make music. Mm-hmm. Where I am and where I could be are 2 different plateaus. Yeah. I'm not saying partners should put up with bullshit. But I have a feeling that if I was a little further up, some of the partners that I've had in my lifetime would have allotted me a little more grace.
Some.
And I emphasize
That's
on
the
some.
bigger word than some.
I'm not saying that it's important because the people that matter now are still here right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to round of applause for that. Mm-hmm. The people that matter now are still here right now. Mm-hmm. But let's just change things up a bit. Let's imagine that we're not in the basement right now. Mm-hmm. Let's say we're in Toronto, 7th floor. Main Ave. You know what I mean?
Is it Main Ave?
There's a Main Ave in Toronto. They probably call it the Mains. They probably call it the Mains. But like, I don't know, man. I just feel like all of that just ties into like respect. Like if you say you're a chef, mm-hmm. I'm gonna respect you based on your process. Once I pull up on you, I'm gonna be like, all right, did she wash her hands? I don't know nothing about cooking, but did she clean this specific meat that she's cooking? All of that goes into that. Yeah. Which is why we love professionals. Mm-hmm. People don't know this, but can I name drop?
What? I mean, go ahead.
Can I name drop where you've been?
Yeah.
Yo, she got to cook for Tom Brady.
Yes.
She got to cook for the Queen. Queen Bee. That's crazy. Like, we need to go to brunch, goddammit. I need your motherfucking connects, you know what I mean? But see, things like that, that's respect. Mm-hmm. You put that on paper, you put that on a resume, you put that in front of anyone, they talk to you different. Now, we're in the day and age where perception is everything. Sometimes people could walk that walk, but they can't what?
Talk that talk, though.
Come on now. You feel me? You see what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So, oh shit. We good. But yeah. It's one of those, man. Round of applause for that segment. That was a pretty good segment. What else is on your heart? Where are we at? We at the 14-minute mark. We got another 15 minutes. What else you got? 15? Yeah, we got another 15 for the first half, right? Mm-hmm. Guys, this is actually the first time we ran the pod like this, to be honest. In this fashion, this consecutive.
Just letting the convo flow.
Yeah, letting the convo flow, you know. Letting the spirits of all our great ancestors just dictate this shit.
Actually,
talk to me nice.
Can we pick off of your last little podcast that you did, the solo one?
Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice.
What was the question that you asked?
About Tank? No, do you love the industry? Oh, okay. So the question I asked was, do you love the industry, or do you love what the industry can do for your being, for your life, for your family? Mm-hmm. That was the question on the pod.
How you feel about that?
I'll be 1,000% transparent. Mm-hmm. I was able to have a taste. Can I take a shot before I answer this? I'm going to take a shot.
Shout out to Baba real quick.
I got to take a shot before I answer this. I don't know what the fuck that is.
You need to relax.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. Kill that.
Shout out to Mango
Gunshots
Eaters.
for that. First of all, we're not promoting that. We're promoting this.
You need to relax.
Shout out to. I'm editing this. This is all y'all gonna see.
And you're a jerk.
Listen, I gotta take a shot before I answer that. Mm-hmm. Ask the question again, and I'm gonna take the shot.
You have to ask the question because I don't.
You asked me if it was, do I love the industry or what the industry can do for my family? Mm-hmm. And my answer to that, 1,000%, is both. I love the industry because of what I can do for my family with the industry. That's why I love it.
And
it's a two-part answer.
Okay.
I don't necessarily agree with everything that goes on in the industry. Mm-hmm. But just like a job that I know 75% of you watching this lied on a resume to get, you just want the bag. You just want the bag. Mm-hmm. You have to be smart, though. I don't trust the industry. Don't get me wrong. There was a time when I first started this. I was in Norwalk, Connecticut. I had nothing. All I had was I had a shitty MacBook that was used and that shut off every now and then, and I had a Mac desktop. I recorded what I recorded, all because I know that to be in the industry, you need recorded music. So I tried. I shopped my music around. I was willing to sign any deal I could find. But then, one of my favorite artists, who I thought was the next up, Party Next Door, started complaining about his arrangement. And I was thinking to myself, how could someone like that, who makes such gold, and Sam on the cam can attest for this, the nigga is different. Any Party Next Door fans out there, this is not an ad. He didn't pay me for this. The nigga don't even answer my text. It's none of that. This nigga was different. And he was working with the biggest. He was working with Drake. And he was unhappy. That told me something. That this is not all what we thought it was. So it caused me to be curious. Which led me to other people. Like Nipsey Hussle. Taylor Swift as a white woman. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just talking about our brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. Taylor was in a crazy contract where they took her masters or some shit. And she had to re-record her whole shit. Don't quote me on that. I'll Google it and put the info in the video after. But, like, that's some wild shit. And I was like, damn, maybe we're going about this all wrong. And here's what happens. You're a chef, right?
Yeah.
A millionaire can come and say, hey, Ruth, come work in my house because I have $1 million kitchen. And you feed my guests and I'll pay you this. But you could open your own kitchen and feed those same people going to his house. I think what labels do is they see someone that is down bad, but super talented. Mm-hmm. A lot of these executives are in their fucking 60s. Last year, what was the #1 genre of music? Drill. You mean to tell me a 60-year-old nigga's gonna tell you what the next latest drill track is? Nah, exactly. They got the bread, they swing it around like swords. I feel like now with what I know, I love the industry because now I know that we can finesse them. Shout out to Frank Ocean. Those of you that know, you know about that Frank Ocean shit, right? Nigga finessed the fuck out the industry. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Can't even talk about it because that's probably snitching. I can't even say what he did. But shout out to Frank Ocean because this nigga did it.
He did his thing?
He did his thing and took the money and ran. You know what I mean? Yeah, so the industry is tricky. They're gonna squeeze you out. They're gonna make you feel like you need that bag to get where you need to go. And it's not always that. If you got the city behind you, what the fuck is it? All right, let's say if you live in a city where there is a population of 300,000 and 200,000 fuck with you. What the fuck is Atlantic Records gonna tell you? If you choose to sell a show out, if you choose to sell an album for $1 and each of those motherfuckers buy it, how much do you have? 200,000. What the fuck you need a label for? People are starting to figure out that we don't really need these big machines. It's just accelerating the process. That's just my take. Don't quote me on this. I have a feeling that this episode is going to be aired a lot. So I have to say, you internet assholes, dog, I'm not an analyst, but like the proof is in the pudding. Yeah, a label would be nice, but let's say the album that I drop in 2022 and then I fall off in 2024. What then? You know what I'm saying? I still owe my label whatever obligations I signed for. So taking the chance going independent, it takes a little more brain power, a little more bread, but if you think about it, the long-term effect is good.
But also with your question, though, I didn't hear you say you have to love what you're doing, though. You ain't say that. You have
For
to
me to
love it,
even be wasting my time
You
to
have
hit
to,
the you have to love it. You can't not
like
love
more
it.
than love it. Like that's your
Like-
that's your being. That's your, you know what I mean? Like that's
I tell this shit.
your creative.
I tell this story all the time. I heard what Tank said. Tank said, "Fuck this music business."
I feel him.
I feel him 100%.
I felt like I was there when he was saying that.
I
felt like
feel
it was
him 100%. But you gotta understand, the thing is, he's saying that because if he had known better, if he had known better, there's certain contracts he wouldn't have signed. So what I'm saying is this: I love it so much, and for the ladies out there, take this as this analogy. You ever met a nigga that you thought you could fix?
No.
Don't play out! Don't y'all! Don't do that!
I really
Don't do that! Don't do that!
No. I'm being
Look,
serious.
all
but
I'm
I'll
saying
go
is
with
this.
it
Look,
for
look,
now.
look. The industry ain't pretty. It's not. But if you know what you want from it, you can eat from it. You just gotta sign the right deal. If there's a deal offered,
You gotta be
and
smart.
And if not, be smart. If not, work your city. Me personally, where I'm living right now, I ain't working shit. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm taking my shit elsewhere. I'm just saying that right now. But other people, I would recommend that they start in their city and work that way. This city for me is completely dead. Like, I have no hope, no faith. That's it. I'm saying this openly right now. Like, you know what I mean? That's just me. However, that doesn't mean it's impossible. You want to know what I would need to do to appeal to this city? Violence and drugs. I'm sorry, but you've heard my music.
Yeah.
I make real music. That's the take. That's it. That's it. I make real music. However,
Mic drop.
shoot these niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that real. I don't know. It's a lot. But we at the 23-minute mark. We got about 7 minutes. So, you know, we're doing good. What's going on? A little bit, a little less. About 5. Shout out to Sam on the cam.
Sam on the cam.
She does not get enough credit. Those of you guys that want to know what we can do about our visual campaign, hit me up. I'll plug you in with Sam on the cam. Which will
Sam's the reason we look good. Sam.
Well, I mean,
Hey, relax.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of topics to be spoken about. We just don't know where we at. There's a lot. Let me see. Depending on how much is left in this,
Excuse me?
is what will be determining what we talk about next.
you sure?
Oh, I'm positive. Oh, 100%. I feel like, you know what we should do? Here's what we're going to do. All right, you ever heard of proof of concept? Okay. Guys, we're going to end this pod like this. If you feel like you want to see more of raw, open, just letting it flow ideas, you're going to comment that. And that's what's going to fuel us to give you guys more content. Isn't that right? Mm-hmm. And that's what's going to build to that respect thing.
Yep.
So if y'all niggas want to be cheap, let me stop. I'm kidding. Nah, real shit. I think we should end the pod right there.
This looks good.
Right?
I like the combo. It was flowing.
It was Is there more you want to get off your chest?
My chest seems late right now.
There you go. Listen. Round of applause for Ruth here being... Girl, make that... Listen. If you want to be a guest on the 519 Squadcast, you got some shit you want to get off your chest, your baby daddy giving you issues. Matter of fact, now scratch that, because y'all bitches... Thank you. It's the Cut the cameras. Cut them.